Well, I think we created a little bit of a stir with people reaching out going, okay, already what's going on? What's this you guys are expecting? What's your big news? Mm-hmm. Well, if you didn't know, and you should know by now, but if you didn't know by now, this man right here is an author and very soon to be published and in our hands. We can't wait to see the book. It's very exciting. And we're going to be sharing a little bit about it on some live video chats. And I guess Fireside minus the fire, because it's not quite cold enough yet, chats together as we kind of discuss the book, discuss some background of the book, discuss some stories, give you guys some things that aren't included in the book, and maybe give a little bit of my perspective, because it's definitely written from Yermi's side. Mm-hmm. He is the writer, not me. I like to talk. We just have our different media platforms, if you want to say. And so I think we're excited. Mm-hmm. Not think. We are. We are very excited. And we have so much anticipation for this book. We can't wait to share it with other people and just put it out there and, let it really take the principles that you learned in your life and can't wait to see how it helps other people, because it's not like principles that you invented.
No.
It's more of principles that you came across as more of realities and truths that were just real, and that you kind of discovered them by life
along the way.
Yeah, along the way. And but the book has how many principles? 10? 10.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think what a lot of the content and the real great, I think, irresistible value that they're going to get out of these lives is here, those who are going to be reading the book, and hopefully all of you are going to be reading the book.
Or you're buying the book and getting it in the ebook and getting it in the
all the formats.
The paper cover. Paperback, that's the word.
Yeah. So you're going to be reading in the book the perspectives, how, the principles that I was using in my personal life and in my professional life. But in the videos, in the interviews, when Liam and I are going to talk about how did those principles affect her? Did she even appreciate those principles?
Notice them.
Did you, these are kind of questions that we're going to be asking. And, just like one of the examples.
I would say, why don't we chat about real quick about one of those chat about the principles real fast, because I'm going to give people a super quick taste.
Snippet.
A little touch and go, give a little taster.
So let's do this for fun.
Yeah.
Pick a number 1 to 10.
7.
Okay, so 7 it is. Great, easy number. Principle 7. Yeah, principle 7 is showing up. Right? That's a big buzzword these days, showing up. And you hear this all the time. Yeah, just show up, authentic self, all these nice words.
Show up and be your real self.
Right? But how does that really practically apply into your everyday life? And so one of the things I talk about in my book is being omnipresent, being everywhere at any given time. The reason, you were sharing earlier, you had your roommates, they all knew me, right? And that's how they spoke about you. And that's how they spoke about me to you.
To me, yeah. I call them roommates, but really it was a flat share situation. So they're really flat mates. And I had 5. So there was a lot. And all of them had met him at some point or another. So I heard about him a long time before I ever met him.
Right. And so what was it how did they get to know me? How did they know of me? And it's just that I was everywhere at any given time in all the events. Not only was I attending these events, but I was even becoming part of these events. I was volunteering in the events. I was leading. I was taking a leadership position in these events.
So no passive bystander stuff.
No, not at all. I was noticed. People are going to notice me. And again, these principles are not linear, so they touch upon many other. All these principles are at play at any given time.
Kind of like a synergistic thing.
Absolutely,
they work together.
Yeah, but that's what showing up looks like. So, how did that affect you? What are your thoughts about showing up and being omnipresent?
Well, I think it's interesting because how we actually met the first time, actually not just hearing about each other, because I think I had a buildup of a couple months hearing about you. And then actually meeting you was because we both showed up. to something that we weren't maybe the most comfortable at. It was totally not our crowd, not our space, if you want to say. But we both showed up on behalf of our friend, our mutual friends.
Sure.
And, you know, at least for me, I know that I came and I just was who I was. Even though it wasn't my crowd, really wasn't my space, I still was just me. Yeah. It's kind of, what's that, in computer stuff, like WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get. It's very much, I think, then also you and I had a very, like, honest conversation that evening. And it was both kind of like, well, this is awkward. Let's just chat. And we were just very real with each other. So I think, you know, had you not shown up physically and then also coming along, you know, mentally and emotionally being there, maybe we would have never had a conversation. We would have never met each other. At least not at that time, for sure.
Yeah.
So I think showing up has a lot of different ways it can look. Yeah.
So that was one of them.
That's a little bit of background of the story that I don't think's in the book.
No, it's not so much in the book, because the idea is that it is a portion of my story, but the idea was not about my story, but it's more about principles, like practical principles, right? I'm all about practical mindfulness, right? So you're using these mindfulness tools. There were a lot of tools that I used in my personal life, and I just brought them and used these principles, and I'm right now applying them in my business. I'm applying it in other people's businesses. You know, people hire me to help them do these steps in their business.
We still continue to apply these principles to our life.
Every day in our life. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. And the idea is really to challenge the reader how they could apply these principles one way or another. You know, it's not a cookie cutter, you know, it's not a quick fix or anything, but it's just principles that if you apply in your life and in different various ways, they should help you achieve that impossible dream.
No, so I'm your impossible dream, and now together we're working on the next impossible dream.
Yeah, we're keep them coming.
I like it. I like it a lot. Well, I can't wait to see what other conversations we get to have over the next handful of days as we lead up to the launch. As we're like still in pre-sale territory right now, which are very important actually. I know before getting into this whole process with you, I never realized how important pre-sales were. Now I understand, so now I have a little bit more compassion on authors. So we're in that zone right now, but we are soon to launch.
Yep.
But until then, you guys are gonna get some behind the scenes, some context, some bonus stories, there's a community, there's a lot going on.
And
I think also, you know, if you guys want to hear anything specific, let us know.
Sure, let us know. Yep. And so just sign up. There's going to be a link around here. Sign up to get to know when the live is going to come. So there's going to be about 10 lives about each principle. So sign up for that. This way we could email you. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook. It's going to be on LinkedIn. So we're going to
sign up to be in the know.
Yeah, sign up to be in the know, and you're going to be part of this whole journey. So it's really fun. We will see you there.
And go buy the book on pre-sale.
Yeah. I didn't hear that. Okay. See you soon, everybody.
Bye, y'all.